Here we go. Welcome back to the More to Us podcast.
Let's go.
So we just finished the last episode talking about Michael Jackson. We're gonna continue on it right now. So like the whole thing is like he came out and basically was like, if you're hearing somebody make allegations, it's like he said is point blank period, because they want the check that will come with it, because nobody, and this goes for any real sexual abuse thing, nobody's gonna say no to the victim. Like you're innocent until proven guilty in America, but like
When it
in
comes
sexual
to these
assault
things, you're guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah.
And how do you prove that you're innocent if you have 25 people that you allowed to come into your home, into your whatever the case may be? You were going to help them. They didn't want to, whatever the case may be. And then all 25 of those people start saying, all right, well, guess what? Or one of them says, you know what, guess what? He did such and such. And then two more are like, oh, well, he's getting a check from that. He's getting some publicity from that. Yeah, he did the same thing to me. And then 10 more of them are like, oh, yeah, he did the same thing to me. But I didn't touch any of you guys.
How many times, if your parents told you at 12 that you were going to say something, right?
Yeah, and then you say it.
Like,
how many times did you go to the restaurant and they're like, oh, yeah, kids under 12 eat free. Mom, I'm 13. No, you're 12.
Right?
All right. Well,
like,
I'm 12.
And that's an authority figure. That's the highest authority figure in your life, or your parents, when you're a child. So, like, to say that it's inconceivable, right? Because this is one of those things. I mean, they've murdered Bill Cosby, R. Kelly's career. And I'm not saying they didn't deserve it. That's not what I'm just saying that these, like, if the evidence was there, this would have been resolved a long time ago.
We're not clearing their names.
Just saying neither one of you believe Michael Jackson did anything with any little kids.
I'm not saying that.
What
I'm saying is, me personally, he's not here to defend himself. Let him be dead. He's the king of pop. Let him be dead.
I disagree. Like I went down this rabbit hole a few years ago. I wish I could have had some time to research and like get brought back up to
Did
speed.
you go down it through the black perspective, that they really wanted to dismantle what Michael Jackson was?
Exactly.
Like,
Because he
did you
was
look at it
also
from the
making
social
movements.
perspective of like, yeah,
He was making movements, huge movements to change people's view on the government, on the police, on all of these things. So then what did they do? Oh, well, you know this guy that you're listening to touches little kids, right?
I think Michael Jackson touched little kids, and it should be legacy should be disregarded. That's what I believe.
hey, and that's fine. However, you're not going by American principles right now. You are going against the very core nature of the country you love. Innocent until proven guilty. See, this is the tough part, right? Like, I think OJ did it.
OJ did it.
Did he?
Oh, he did.
Because he was found not guilty,
Yeah, I know.
right?
So did he do it?
So he was found out. So I believe he did it, and I believe MJ did it. Neither one were found guilty. So what's the problem?
Then how do you know they did it?
Right, you're saying that they did do it.
The only test, right, that proves that you did it is a trial, right?
They went through it. And this is supposed to be our justice system
I'm
at
not
the
talking
highest
about.
level.
I don't need our legal system to confirm if they did it.
So
you just-
I don't trust the legal system.
Oh, so you don't trust the legal system during things like this, but when it's convenient for you, you trust it wholeheartedly.
Name an example.
No.
Name an example.
I'm not saying you specifically. I'm saying in the general public, when the justice system is convenient for you, you trust it wholeheartedly.
Right.
But when it's not convenient for you or your beliefs, fuck the justice system.
Because like either the justice system's wholeheartedly like corrupt, and you like what's his name? Not Brian Dawkins. Banks. Something Banks. Brian Banks, I think is his name. He was accused of rape when he was a star football player about to get to some of the biggest universities, right? He's accused of rape, spends 7 years in prison just for her to come out and tell a friend. She told a friend, right? She didn't exonerate him. Her friend did. Let's be clear about this. She came out and told her friend that her mom didn't know she was not a virgin, so she made up the story that he raped her.
That's fucked.
And she lied about it for 7 years.
And that's
he
happened
missed
to a lot of
he missed the NCAA and the NFL probably, because he was a top prospect coming out of high school. And he served from 18 to 25 and then got out. And they basically said, like, hey, Sorry, buddy. That's what they said. So, like, either the justice system works, right, or it doesn't, and we can't ever cite it for anything, or you believe that if, and like, here's the thing, you can know somebody did it, prove it.
Okay,
Prove
so
it.
what do we think about Deshaun Watson? Do we think Deshaun Watson is innocent?
Remind me.
Hold on.
Similar to Michael Jackson.
There
There's
is
a whole bunch of allegations lined
No.
up.
No.
Yes.
Are you saying that they didn't pay off those women? They didn't cover it up,
I'm
which
just
are
asking. I said, do you think?
no. I'm saying the proof's in the pudding on that one. Like, paying somebody off so you don't go to verdict is different. Like,
Tampering with evidence.
right? In like
Witness
it goes
something.
like Trump. Your boy Trump did it. To beat allegations, paid him off.
But that wasn't the question. You said it's either yes or no. You either trust the justice system or you don't.
Was he found not guilty?
Who?
Deshaun Watson.
He wasn't found guilty.
No. That's not my question.
That's
Don't
not the
answer.
point, but you're making a whole
No.
He was not
Michael
found
Jackson
guilty.
Michael Jackson has never been found guilty.
Was he found not guilty?
Has he ever been to trial? I don't know of any trial that's ever pushed that far that he would ever have to be close to a verdict.
R. Kelly was found guilty,
Sure. Yeah.
but he claimed that he didn't do it. He claims that it's all bullshit. So who do we believe? The justice system or R. Kelly? Before you answer that, everybody else who was in situations like this that weren't found guilty, do we believe them or do we believe the justice system? Because they were found not guilty. Do we believe the women who said he did this? Or do we believe the justice system that said he didn't do it?
Isn't there video of R. Kelly?
Pissing on a girl?
Yeah.
What does that have to do with him with all the other things? First of all, she's sitting there and looking at this man pee on her. There's no, stop, that, get that. She's allowing it. It's a golden shower. Plenty of people do it. A lot of people do it.
Golden shower.
That's it.
He's not wrong.
A lot of people have golden showers.
Weird.
To each his own.
But to your point, like, when you're that far along and you avoid a verdict by paying out of pocket, that is drastically different than them not being able to prove, right? Like, he beat his trial. OJ beat his trial. You can say what you want. OJ beat it. Okay? By the justice system, he's innocent. Like, it's their job to prove he's guilty, right? You're saying he's guilty of something. I'm saying they can't prove it. Like, if your girl accuses you of cheating, right? You're going to beat that case unless she has what?
Proof. Yeah.
Right. The proof's in the pudding with Deshaun Watson. They have victim statements. They have the fact that they paid him off and everything. They just made it go away. They made it go away. Dana White made it go away. Here's the thing. I'm not saying he didn't touch the kids. I'm saying there is not a lot of proof other than people who are broke and their parents could have easily, because that's what Aaron Carter came out and said. He said, my parents pushed me to make this allegation. And he said, I said no. Right? How many kids will sit there at the dinner table and just go, I'm 12. You do what you're told as a kid, right? What you're that kid that's being told by your parents to make this allegation at a guy who's got more money than God almost, right? Michael Jackson had loads and loads of money.
He got a giraffe in his backyard for no
In a
reason.
zoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
But and just as easily as these parents were pushing them to make these allegations, is just as easy as these parents were pushing them to go hang out with these celebrities. Go hang out with Michael Jackson. Oh my God, it's Michael Jackson. He's the king of pop. As soon as he's not the king of pop anymore, all right, let's take him for everything that he's got. As soon as R. Kelly's not at the peak of his success, let's go on ahead and say this and that. As soon as Bill Cosby's not Bill Cosby anymore, let's go on ahead and make these allegations.
The guys you're naming are like.
These are just examples of people who have done bad things, allegedly.
And then got caught.
And the list goes on.
Yeah.
Everybody who's at the top of success
You can't
like
say
this.
somebody did something if you can't prove it, right?
Just because you believe it.
No. You come home right? Your girl's like, you've been cheating. Now, whether you've been cheating or not is not the question, right? What is the first thing that you're going to say to beat that allegation?
Not a cheater, but if I'm going to be accused, might as well be.
No, you're going to ask how she knows.
Jesus Christ.
You're going to want proof. You're going to say,
Oh
how do
my
you,
God.
I wasn't cheating. Like, why? You're going to put the burden of proof on her, right? You can't prove that you weren't cheating because you can't prove a negative, right? So you officially tell her, like, I can't prove I wasn't cheating, right? And what are you probably going to do? What do most guys do? I'm going to call Leak, and I'm going to go, hey, was I not at your crib for the last 3 hours?
And I'm going to lie my ass off and say, hell yeah, you was.
Right?
And now we don't know.
Now I've established proof, right? Whether it's
The
true or
alibi,
not.
yeah.
I have given myself proof that says I wasn't. Now it's even further on her to go, okay, well, I screenshotted these text messages on your phone last night and sent them to myself. Now all of a sudden we got a problem.
So my whole issue, like, I have no idea if he was truly guilty or innocent or whatever. My whole issue.
now
was,
you don't have any idea.
I don't for sure. I guess if we're being like technical about it, I don't know. But I remember when I went down the rabbit hole and I watched all those interviews, like that documentary or whatever. I think it was on HBO. Like Michael Jackson did it. Okay, but like if I truly, I guess I don't know. But my whole
Anybody
issue
can
is,
make a movie.
Hold on.
No,
Hold
let
on.
me
So
finish,
you
let me
watched a
finish.
documentary
Anybody can make
that would have been more than likely aimed to prove that.
Exactly.
Because you can't prove a negative, as I just
No,
said.
I mean,
prove
I
that he
watched it. I
didn't
watched
touch
it.
kids.
It was like really big in the media.
They're
Like,
not
it's-
going to make a documentary that he didn't do
Okay,
it.
but so to finish my point, my beef with it is like these other guys get slaughtered. Like you mentioned, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, everyone else. Michael Jackson, like I feel like what he did was worse than what most people did because his involved.
What did he
little kids.
do?
So, okay, whatever. But like his involved little kids, but like it's just kind of like swept under the rug and it's never brought up, and his name's just, like
Oh, it's still brought up.
not really though. Like it
Anytime you
hasn't
mention
tainted- it hasn't
Michael
tainted
Jackson.
Michael Jackson, not like it has these other guys.
Because they couldn't prove it. You can
Deshaun
say
Watson,
all
they
you
didn't
want.
prove- I mean, like
Oh, it has definitely affected Deshaun Watson's
exactly,
career.
but not like Michael Jackson. Just seems like it's like it didn't happen. Like there's nothing, like nothing.
Because
ever
once again,
happened.
there's
Like, it
no
was never even-
proof. You go I guarantee you put proof out there that says this actually
Okay,
happened.
if
right?
if you were a betting man and you had to bet one way or another that he touched little kids or did not, which way are you going?
Well, it's 50-50. You can flip a coin.
No, you got to pick one. You gotta pick
Again,
one.
you can. All right, where's my quarter
No,
at?
no. Okay, Neil, don't give me the same answer.
I mean, you're asking like as I
Your gut
said.
feel, you don't have a gut feeling like you either did it or didn't. Like you don't have.
I can't
How
say
would I
for
know?
sure because I wasn't
How would I
there.
know?
I
Yeah.
have no
it's a
idea.
hypothetical question. Like you don't know. I'm asking if you had a gut feeling, if you had to pick one, which one would you lean? Which way would you lean?
Then I'm gonna go with innocent until proven guilty because that's how my country works. Okay? Like, here's the thing, is you can't follow rules until it's inconvenient. Then they're not rules.
I'm
Like,
not talking about legally. What
no. I'm talking about anything. This is how court of public opinion is supposed to work in America. You're innocent until proven guilty. If you go off like, oh, the media said all this, and the media said all this, they're reporting all this stuff. Yeah, that's all well and good. The only where it matters is in a court of law where it is on you to prove that this happened, right?
heard
If you
about
can't prove it
propaganda,
happened, I can't, like, you're then asking me to think with my feelings, apply logic with emotion. That doesn't work. Like, yes,
Just which one would you say? Do you think
He's
he did
innocent.
It or, no, that's not what I'm asking. I'm not. We're not. You're not.
he didn't do it. He is innocent of what he's accused of.
All right. Is that what you believe, or just because you don't have proof? And like, because
So when you don't have proof, you have to do what? Believe otherwise.
I'm not asking you guys to pretend to be the justice system. I'm saying, like, do you think this stuff happened or did it not happen?
Are you asking me an
I feel like
emotional
both of you
state?
want to say yes, but refuse to.
No, I love Michael
Wait, no,
Jackson.
hold on. What your question is basically right now is like, since it's such a heinous accusation,
Right.
isn't it better to err on the side of caution
Yes,
because we need
that's
to
what
protect
I'm
kids?
No, I'm asking.
I mean,
That's
because
what you just did, rather than say.
I said
I'm
no.
not
I
asking
said
you guys
no.
to, like,
I
say
said no.
yes.
I said no because that's how I operate. You're innocent until proven guilty. Just because I have a feeling you did something, right?
So you
like,
have a feeling that he did something though?
no.
Okay.
I'm talking about like if I think my girl's cheating, right? Like I'm gonna go find proof and then be like, "What's this?" I'm not gonna
For
come to.
instance, we got pulled over, and the officer said that I had crack in the car. Right? I know I didn't have crack. Neil knows that I didn't have crack in the car. She didn't test it. She threw it away. So there was but she put it in the report that there was a crack-like substance. So when you look at it on paper, what does it look like? He had a crack-like substance in the car, but they never got it tested. There's no evidence for it.
You know why they didn't get it tested? Because it was a piece of tortilla.
Yeah.
So, am I guilty, or is there just not enough evidence? Did I have crack? Do you know? You weren't there. You have no idea whether I had crack or not. I could have had crack, but said that it was tortilla. But they didn't get it tested, so it means nothing. It's indisputable.
Michael Jackson touched little kids.
Hey, you are more than welcome to feel like that.
And you could be right. You very much could be right.
Here's what we were talking about last time, right? There's no possibility to you that you're wrong. There's a possibility that we're wrong to us. We're just saying we're not gonna. I'm not gonna tarnish a dead man's legacy over accusations.
Allegedly, that was the first thing that I said. Allegedly, right? He's dead. He doesn't get to argue anymore.
So I don't know if you ever watched White Collar, right? There's this one time that they're talking, right? And they say that he is a forger, and they list a couple other crimes. And they get to one of them, and he goes, allegedly. And they go, what? And he goes, that one was never proven. He said, all the other ones you can say that I committed because in a court of law I have. He said, that one, on the other hand, you need to attach an allegedly to because you have no proof that I did it. So if you want to say Michael Jackson allegedly touched kids, I'll agree with that sentence right there.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
He allegedly did. Did he? I don't know.
I don't know. Wasn't there. Didn't
you're
touch
asking me to speak on another man's actions that I wasn't there for.
Sheesh. Hey,
A situation that I was not involved
with
in.
Michael Jackson, and all he had to do was just tickle my butthole. It's Michael Jackson. There's a giraffe in the backyard. And I guarantee you, if the allegations are true, that's what a lot of parents were thinking. Oh my goodness, all he has to do is this? Go on ahead. He's the king of pop. He's the king of pop. Do it. Go.
So once again, this goes back to parents not parenting correctly. Would you send
why
Damon?
are
Would
you-
you send Damon to a rich person's house for no fucking reason?
No, and
To
then
spend the night.
To go on that, just like, especially when this was going, Michael Jackson, like, I don't think it took much to realize he was kind of a weird guy. I'm sorry, he's a weirdo.
To each his own.
Right? Like,
whatever your opinions on a weirdo is.
I mean, just his face alone, like, I'd be scared to let my kid, like, it just screams pedo. So no, I wouldn't let my kid go hang out with Michael Jackson.
He
to
had a
begin with.
disease.
Okay, no. Don't answer Michael Jackson. Would you?
No. I mean, no, nobody. But especially
Who's your favorite basketball player right now?
right now, Luca maybe.
If Luca wanted to hang out with him, have him come over, spend the night, would you let him?
I don't know. I mean,
See, this goes. But you remember that conversation you was having the other day,
Yeah.
right? With when we won't say names or anything, but he was having a conversation the other day with somebody, and they were talking about the same actual thing, right? And basically, he said, like, you need to realize you played a part in this, right? Like, no matter what the size is, you played a part in this. And basically, it came down to a grown-up asked her as a kid to come sit on his lap, and it ended poorly. And what happened was not her fault. A grown man took advantage of a little girl, and it's disgusting that it happened that way. But when he asked her, would you go sit, if this was a random guy at a party that you were at that same age group, would you go sit on his lap at a party? She said no, right? You gave pause right there. You almost said you were on the fence, right? If Luca did it, hell no. That's your most valuable asset. You think I'm going to will you let me drive your car?
I mean,
Would you let me drive?
like, right? Yeah, I'd let you jump if you needed to. Sure. Am I supposed to say no? Like,
Most people would say no. Most people value, like,
I don't just let anyone drive my car. Like, I don't.
So would you just let anybody watch your child?
No.
But
Like, I
why
wouldn't
does
let
he
my
get a
kid go
pass
stay at
because
Luca's
he's
house,
famous?
but, like-
Why would he get a pass because he's famous? If some random guy that you knew and liked from work asked to have him spend the night,
no.
right? So you're giving allowances to people because they have this skill set or are well known, which doesn't make them any less of a weirdo than some stranger.
No, I agree.
Because that Luca is a stranger to you. You just feel like you know him because of who he is. So yes, like, do I think that these parents,
But also, like, I feel like you need, like, using common sense. If you met Michael Jackson and you're the parent, and you see him, he's definitely kind of off, right? Like,
But he's famous and
Sure.
he has a lot of money. What if Luca also, on top of it, gave you $1 million?
I think LeBron James is a weirdo.
But what if on top of it, he gave you $1 million?
okay, I don't. What about it?
You would let your son go hang with this strange man because he's giving you $1 million and he's famous? Would you?
I mean,
You mean?
no.
No? You thought about
He
it.
ain't, no, I didn't. Like, he ain't staying at his house. Like, I would be there the whole time. If I'm there the whole time, sure.
Right,
Okay, but
because
what if-
that
and
makes sense.
Exactly. Now, what if you threw another million on top of it and was like, all
Like,
right, we're
the
gonna
question-
get a few hours
the
for
question
It's
is-
like,
ourselves.
getting, like, if I gave you $1 billion, would you murder your child? Like, no. Like, that's
No, you asked us a hypothetical. You asked us
So
a
you can answer
hypothetical.
yeah, right.
You can answer hypotheticals too.
So hypothetically,
Luca said no.
Yeah, hypothetically, the answer was no.
but
These parents
if
said
that
yes.
$1 million is on the table and you're looking at it like this with drool coming down, that
But
no.
you also know you're going to be successful. These people were banking on their kids being successful,
right.
right? So all of a sudden, your son's career is not taking off the way you thought it would, right? Like Aaron Carter was not famous the way he was as a kid by the time he was 20, right? It's very hard to keep up that, especially when you're young in like the talent, like the Olsen twins. Look at them. Mary-Kate and Ashley was big.
Now, the biggest one is the other one.
Yeah, Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah, I couldn't remember her name.
Not Mary or Kate.
Yeah.
No, Mary Kate or Ashley. So like, you know, like it begs the question, you know, like, are you responsible for your actions? That was a dumb choice. So when I asked you to let me drive your car, like it's one of the most expensive things you own. Would you let me drive the S4? Uninsured?
Why would it not be insured? It'd be insured.
Yeah.
No,
you,
under
not
you.
him.
If you let
My
me,
insurance had insurance.
And not.
yeah,
with
but
it-
your
if
insurance
he
wouldn't cover an
drives it,
uninsured driver driving your car.
especially one without a license.
Because you knowingly. Right.
Now the factors are playing
So
in.
like, but here's the thing: if I asked you which is more important to you, your car or him, I don't want to name your son, but who's more?
So, you know the answer, yeah.
Yeah. So, which one are you going to treat with more careful actions, your car or your child? Right? These people were putting their child at risk, regardless of whether he's Michael Jackson or he's well known.
yeah, I mean, that's a
like
whole
they
other-
made stupid decisions that resulted in this, and like it opened him up for allegations.
These parents who try and just use their kids for profit are disgusting. Like Baby Gronk, have you seen that shit?
No.
It's this little kid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude, his dad
I forgot
runs
about
all
that.
of his shit, and he has like all these chains, Baby Gronk, and he's always like sliding in the DMs of celebrities, like meeting celebrities out, just promoting himself. But like, no one cares. And Gronk, he hates it. He came out and said the other day, like, it needs to stop. It's gone too far. But yeah, it's gross.
Because
It's
we
gross. when
don't
parents will
care.
do
How
about
how
the
many
children. We
like
we don't.
so like to speak on the fact that like we need to curtail this and stuff, like Mikey Williams, he got caught with a gun. Mikey, what are you doing?
Why do you need a gun?
He's from like, I've seen his house. He posts shit from his house on his Snapchat. Or like the story about Mikey Williams, I forget what it's called, but
When Mikey Williams first got into the public view, the public eye, no tattoos, he was a good kid. All he did was hoop. And now that everybody's looking at him, everybody's watching him, he's gone and got tattoos, trying to look like a thug. Now he's carrying around guns and he has a charge. He's not even 21 yet.
what does he need a gun for? What, like he just saw people with him, thought it was cool, right? Like M said. They see us carrying guns, not realizing like it's not safe for us or whatever, right? Because like M needed to carry guns, bro. He talked a lot of shit about dangerous people. Mikey Williams is a hooper. Ja Rule. Ja Rule.
John Morant. Oh, yeah.
No, Ja Rule. The Ja Rule of the NBA is, waving guns. What is... Ja had a beautiful family. His family has a picture in matching outfits with Sperry's on.
The dude in rap battles at the end of 8 Mile, I calls him out. He went to a private school.
Yeah.
Fucking Ja went to a private school.
No halfway crooks.
Yeah.
Right? Like you're either in it or you're not. It's what I think it was Nip said about Lil Wayne or Chris Brown. He was like, if you want to pick up a flag as a grown man and start banging, sure, go ahead. But like, don't act like you lived that life. Like you missed all the times where like you would have died, and it was
because Chris Brown was singing in church at that time when he was supposed to be on the corner slinging and shooting. And then you want to get to your fame, and you want to, I'm a blood. Come on, G. Come on.
You're just trying to keep up with the Joneses at that point.
Was Ja a thug when he first got into the league?
Probably not.
No.
Not until he got his money.
No, he wasn't.
Until he signed that fat ass contract.
He wasn't.
But like it goes back to ball players want to be rappers and rappers want to be ball players.
Moral of the story:
JT's
JT's got more talent than Michael Jackson. End of the day, that's what it comes down to.
And then he wants to get mad at me when I say something about Rajon Rondo and Russell Westbrook.
You guys can finish this. So I'm not
You want to get mad at me when I say something about Paul George and Russell Westbrook. Like, sure, maybe what I said was stupid, and there's going to be some people that argue with me about it.
What I said was not stupid.
Thanks for tuning in to the More to Us podcast.
Because that would
we
be
will check you guys
he's
later.
better than Chris Brown. Is Justin Timberlake better than?
Absolutely better than Chris Brown.
Stop
you guys
the video.
Don't even listen to JT.
Stop the
Come
video.
On, no.
Stop the video.
Chris Brown better than JT.
Stop the video.
And what?
Stop.
Maybe he can dance better, but who cares? Neil doesn't even like dancing.
Stop the video.
So why is Chris Brown better than JT? He can't sing better than JT.
Stop.
He doesn't got the hits
Stop
JT's got.
Stop the video. Stop the video.